it's really popular in my country, but luckily I got a chance to visit over there with my family and with my friends. So I really had a great journey with my family members and recapitulate a lot of memories and took the blessings. And the main thing I really enjoyed over there was the sacrament. I really enjoyed eating sacrament which I got from the temple. Well, I believe that there are numerous things why people want to travel from one place to other. The prime one is they want to learn new languages when they relocate from one place to other. Apart from this, they learn about new cultures also, and the prime. Apart from this, there are certain other things such as distinct areas or sectors have distinct tourist attractions and popular cuisine.
Okay, all right. And now for 3 questions. Okay, so it's about farmland.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to go to a farmland place?
Well, truly speaking, I enjoy going over farmland place, and especially it must be orchard because I'm fond of various fruits. For example, apple, mango, banana, guava, banana. These are my favorite, favorite fruits, and I love to eat fresh fruits. That's why I prefer to going orchard because fresh fruits are really good for human health as it is highly recommended by doctors.
Okay. So from your country, how farmers cultivated?
Please repeat the question.
Okay. From your country, how farmers cultivated?
Well, India is the largest crop growing country, and there are various crops which are grown in my country, and especially the farmers prefer on the seasonal basis the crop wheat, paddy, and certain vegetables, and these things are also imported to other countries where there is a scarcity of
Okay. Okay. Do they follow the cultural techniques, or these days they use modern technologies?
Well, as we know that this is the modern era and everyone wants to take the advantage of technology because technology is a time-saving element for everyone, and at the same time if they are taking advantage of technology they can save their time as well as they can earn more and more. So nowadays people prefer the advantages and using technology for cultivation rather than opting the traditional methods which is not worthwhile in contrast to the advantages of technology.
Well, would you like to live in a farmland?
Yes, I will definitely spend some of my time living in the farmland because I really want to enjoy the open space and the place which is full of greenery, and especially that will be uh, very nearer to the orchard so that I can really enjoy fresh fruits and the greenery, scenic beauty, flowers, and trees.
Okay. So that's all from your country, and that's the end of your exam.
Thank you so much.
So far, like those are the questions that I asked so far, and there are maybe like 5 or 6 questions that I can't remember, but it's all about from these 3 topics.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. And Rita madam also joined in, so I would like to say hello to her.
Okay. Hello, Ma'am Rita.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Well, Tanvir was in examination today. I mean, he appeared in the speaking.
Yeah, I appeared in speaking just maybe 6 hours ago.
oh, okay. So how was that?
Yeah, I think that it's pretty good. Yeah.
It was difficult, did you say?
No. I think it was pretty good, I guess.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice. Good to hear.
Yeah, the question was like really simple, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
sure.
yeah, and the one thing I was really wondered by, that's really cleared by Dave. So from the first part, the examiner asked me around like 20 to 25 questions.
Wow.
So this is crazy.
I know, that's a lot.
But Aritri, I think here in this group, like she also said, like from her exam, the examiner also asked her around like 20 questions. So don't worry about it. Like other two parts seems okay. Like they asked me about a town or city that I visited. From part 2, and part 3 was about Farmland. And the examiner was really polite and friendly in terms of behaving. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was foreigner, by the way. So yeah,
Oh.
it was good altogether.
Okay. Was he British, she, or he? What?
I don't think he's British, but I guess like he's probably from North America, if I'm not wrong, or maybe like he holding the passport from like Britain or kind of things. I'm not sure. Probably he is a British, because here in Bangladesh, like those who are like taking the exam in terms of IELTS speaking from British Council or IDB, they are like around 90% like from England, so might be.
Mm-hmm. So, well, the most important thing is you enjoyed it, you liked it, so.
Yes, I really enjoyed it, and I really understand like what place I did wrong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's.
Maybe like don't touch any kind of things. Yeah, maybe one or twice.
Mm.
Yeah, like that kind of mistakes that I did.
Okay, so yeah, hoping for the best, Tanvir.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Let's
did well.
see. Yeah, let's see. But this group definitely helped me a lot, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I mean, yeah, the same topic we practice here maybe twice, like about a city or a town that I visited.
Yeah.
So, so it's like a practice to me.
Yeah, exactly. Here you can gain confidence, and and we only talk about questions from IELTS too, so it's right there. It's very helpful because once you are sit.
And to be honest, I was really confident. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Exam. Yeah.
That's nice, Tanvir.
So who will be the next examining? Can you ask me all these questions, please, if you don't mind?
I mean, the same questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
oh, okay. No problem. No problem. So, should I ask to Margarita?
I think Dave wants to answer the questions, Tanvir.
Yeah, Rita madam is the top man, so we can't ask her questions.
Oh, no. Let me just have my coffee first. It's really like I'm struggling every time when it's morning. Yeah.
Yes.
I got it. I
loves coffee.
Even like the last couple of days, and I think they really really know about the situation like in Bangladesh or in India. Like, I mean, now I'm in other city, in around maybe 200 kilometers away from my village, just for exam.
Wow.
So, yeah, so like here in Bangladesh, it's not easy to like find the place for IELTS exam. There are like some specific area or city like you must have to go like this place.
Mm.
So where you went to? Dhaka?
No. Now I'm in Kurla, the other like coastal city.
Alright, I didn't know that. But I heard about it. Maybe they have a cricket ground, I guess.
Yeah. They have international cricket ground. Yeah, and it's near to India. I think Assam or like other part of India.
Alright, so it's
Because like Bangladesh is basically surrounded by India, like from three parts.
yeah,
And one is the Bay of Bengal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my house.
I know three cities like Mirpur, Khulna, Dhaka. What else? I don't know. There is one more.
I mean, Mirpur is a part of Dhaka. Khulna is like other big cities. Chattogram is another big city. I mean.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. And they have also like two or three international playground. And this is also a coastal city.
Yeah,
And
that's
Russia,
what I know because of cricket.
Yeah. And the other city, like big city in Rajshahi, Sylhet. Sylhet is also famous, very famous in the city, Bangladesh. I mean, the people who live there, they are the richest man in our country, Sylhet. And they also have like, so they also have like international cricket ground.
That's very good.
And this city is also called the city of tea. I mean, there are lots of tea gardens.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Can we start? Test, please.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, so you will be asking questions because I mean you have already given your examination, so there is no point asking.
Yeah. I really like don't think to practice anymore. Yeah, no problem. So I will ask to you.
Yes, please.
Okay. So from part one, could you please tell me your name?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, and I'm grateful to be over here. My name is Prakash, and you can call me Dave.
Are you studying or working?
Well, I'm working at the moment. I work as a software developer. I started as a software developer, but after 2 or 3 promotions, I work as a project manager now. So I'm looking after project life cycle of the project and delivering the project to the client. This is what I do.
What subject you studied?
Well, I studied computer science as my first degree, and I completed post-graduation in business. So I have dual degree in engineering as well as in management.
And why you choose this subject?
Well, the computer science engineering was my favorite subject, and I was always fascinated about computers, IT, and the coding and programming. I was being growing up, I was very good with games, computer and mobile games. I won't say because there were no mobile games except the Snake Zania. But I was very fascinated about Vice City, and I was thinking like I'll develop similar kind of software one day. That's why I chosen to be a software programmer.
Okay. Is there anyone who insists you to choose this subject?
Well, no one, to be honest. Even I was the first guy in my house who got the engineering degree. Because earlier that my father and grandfather was graduates, but they completed their degrees in arts, and I was the first one who chosen to go in engineering. And after that, there were a few graduates in engineering and medical science. So this is what happened after.
Okay. Now about town and cities.
All right.
Now, where do you live?
Well, I live in the capital city of India, which is New Delhi, which is one of the biggest city all over the world. A huge amount of population is living over here, and considered as one of the polluted city all over the world, which is, you know, bad to say, but I have to accept it. It's very polluted, unfortunately.
And why people tend to live in the city rather than village?
Well, it's because of the facilities, starting from the education, employment, and medical. There are medical facilities as well, good hospitals in big cities in comparison to rural areas. I remember one of my friends' mother died in my maternal village because of less medical facilities. She got a heart attack, and when they were taking to the hospital, she died in between. So it's if she was in the city, I mean, I don't think so it could have happened to her, because there are good features, the facilities of medical in the cities, not in rural areas, and that's why people stay into the cities because of all these features and facilities.
Okay. Okay, which place you would like to live between village and the city?
Well, I prefer to live in a city because this gives me more opportunities for the employment, and I can get good education in the city, because I noticed into the rural areas of my city.
People visit cities for higher education. There aren't good facilities of gaining good education, and after completing their high school, they shifted to cities for good education. I mean, this is bitter truth, but it is.
Okay. So now, part 2, I will give you a topic, and you have to say at least 2 minutes about it. So it's about town or city, a town or a city that you visited last time. You have to say where the city is located and why you visited this place, what type of interesting things to do over there, and why do you think people sometimes need to visit some places? You can take 1 minute to prepare yourself.
I believe my reflections. So thank you so much for offering 1 minute, but I'll start. Thank you so much for the cue card. And last week, I visited one of the IT hub of India, which is known as Gurgaon, which is a massive city situated near to Delhi. And I went there for an interview because there is an IT company which is well reputed in India, and they were hiring for a position for the project manager. And I visited there for my interview. This city has a reputation for massive, good infrastructure, good and that's one of the luxurious cities in very expensive to live in India at the moment. I mean, and that gave me a feeling of London. To be honest, that's the only city which gives me a feeling. Let's say I'm not in India. I mean, I'm in London. I mean, the massive buildings, to be honest, like 60, 70 story buildings in the cities, and good IT infrastructure. Google, Microsoft, and all these companies do have their headquarters in Gurgaon, which is the city which gives you the presence of international companies, and you can have an opportunity to work with MNCs, especially the well-reputed MNCs. So this is all about the city. And the best thing I like about the city is it's very good connectivity with the aeroplane, because the international airport of Delhi is just near to Gurgaon, and the city, there is rapid metro as well. If you want to travel
Your
into the city.
time is finished. Maybe.
Right, thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So now, part 3. It's about farmland.
All right.
Okay. Have you ever visited any farmland?
Well, matter of fact, yes, I have so many times.
You have to select like human words. That's better in terms of part
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So yes, it was last month when I was visiting my paternal village, and this is one of the village in north part of India, which is known for, because the city in which I come from, it is known for the agriculture, and most of the population in my state are dependent on agriculture, and there are massive farms, right? And we also own some farms, and I visited there. It's season of grain into the farms, and there we visited some farms, and there is we are cultivating grains in the.
Okay. How the farmers of your country cultivate?
Well, they use traditional as well as machinery, scientific methods. To be honest, everyone in villages do have tractors, and the uh, other tools. The agriculture tools they need to uh, for the agriculture, and irrigation facilities are excellent at the moment, because Indian north part is connected with rivers as well as canals, which is good for Indian, how do you call it, Indian agriculture system at the moment. So yeah, this is how they cultivate.
Would you like to live in a farmland?
Well, definitely, I will. I mean, I will prefer to live during week in my city, and I prefer to live in farmland in the weekend, because this is how I can balance my finances as well as my health as well, because there is the oxygen is very good in farmlands, and you can breathe easily, but the city in which I come from, I mean, it's not very clean. The air is not very clean over here, so I will love to live into farmland in the weekends only.
Okay, that's all from your part 3 questions. That's the end of your exam.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time in taking my test, and will you mind giving me feedback?
Yeah, I think from part 2, you didn't finish, as I guess, like all 4 questions, because as I guess, like you took like a long time to introduce an introduction, so maybe for that reason. And other part was really, really good. I mean, in terms of 3, like you did, part 3, you did really tremendous.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Yeah, no problem. And Pavsirat, ma'am, Pavsirat, are you here?
So she's left now. She wrote me a message on Facebook that she is unwell today. So she has
Okay.
left.
I'm here. I'm present over here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, are we finished? Let me see. Okay. Hi, funny team. You may ask Dave. We just finished I think, the limited time of Zoom. So I'm wondering if it's gonna continue. I'll ask him. Let me see. Are we? Continuing. Okay, so I just want to say hello, guys. Okay, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. right, so I think it's gonna continue. So Funny Team, ask Dave for the link. I'm not sure if he's sharing it with our group chat. Are you there, Funny Team? Okay, let me just... Hello, Funny Team, are you still there? Okay, yeah, Dave was, but there's Nitra who wants to join. Is that you, Nitra? Who wants to join? Okay, message me, Nitra. Oh, okay. All right. So let me just, okay, I'll tell him. So please, so please share the link with Nitra as well. Okay, Nitra, I spoke up for you today. Okay, so I hope you can join. Okay, now I'm joining again. Okie dokie. So that's good, Netra, that you communicated me through my YouTube. Yeah, Netra, are you there? So Dave now is, I think he shared already the link with the group chat. So check our group chat. I'm not sure if you are in a group chat. I'm not sure. Hello guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. So I was waiting for Netra. I don't know.
So what's Netra's messenger account? I don't know because I can't see her on our group chat. That's the name Netra. I never saw it. But I yeah, okay. I met her here on Zoom.
I have no idea. I never get chance to meet him or her. I'm so sorry, madam.
She's a she. She communicated me. She sent a message to me through my YouTube. You know, because I'm live on YouTube right now, so that's why she could hear us. And she said, I want to join, and I don't know where the link is.
So will you mind sharing that link with him or her?
No, it's illegal to share a link on YouTube. I mean, on chat. Well, I don't know. Zoom is too personal to share, I guess. There are these strange protocols that you have to follow when you are a YouTuber. Otherwise, they're gonna cancel your account.
Yeah, that's fine because I know because they don't want to share the data because it's they can hack the account as well, so it's not safe, you know.
Okay, who is Sultan? Would that be maybe Nitra?
Hi, Sultan.
Okay. Sultan has to
Alright.
unmute.
Right. So you will be the examinee this time, and Rita madam, you will be the examinee this time. And would you like to choose the examiner for you?
Sure. You can, whoever, I don't mind.
Excuse me. I mean, I'd like to say a small request to Pavsirat. I mean, last time I
Yes.
didn't finish. Yeah. So this is for you. Like for part 2 questions, you took a long time in terms of introduction or whatever you called it. So it's better to finish like all those 4 questions within 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then like you can provide some information about all together. Is it understandable?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. That's all. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So who is the next one? Rita madam, it's you because I and the lady, Rita, not Rita, Pavsirat is done, so it's your go now.
Okay, sure. What about Sultan?
Yes, Sultan is in queue. After you will be Sultan.
Okay, boss.
Right.
Whatever
Yeah.
you say.
Yeah, you have to follow.
Yeah, sure. I bow my head. I'm bowing my head. Yes, boss.
Thank you so much. And so we have another Mr. Examiner here, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, he is the examiner, the real one.
Yeah, the examiner.
Legit
So,
one.
Mr. Ahmed, will you mind asking questions to Rita, please? That's
Okay.
He's laughing,
the
I
same
think.
question.
Okay.
yeah, please. This is why we are practicing today.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So, are you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, for part 1, it's about yourself
Okay.
and your study.
All right.
Could you please tell me your name?
My name is Rita Pama Miles. That's long, but you can call me Rita.
Are you studying or working?
I am studying at the moment, and it's taking so long. I'm already bored, but I need to continue. So yes, I'm currently studying.
What are you studying?
I'm studying IELTS, how to get my desired band score. That's what I'm studying. It's online. I don't want to go in a class lecture, classroom study, so I chose the online study.
Okay. Is there any other subject that you study as a professionally? As a professional?
No, at the moment I'm considering to register in the university. So I'm thinking of just advancing my knowledge about English, about teaching English and everything. So I'm gonna be registering in the higher level of English teaching.
Is there anyone who insists you to study this subject?
I'm sorry? Can you repeat?
Is there anyone who insists you to study this subject? To study English?
No, not nobody is trying to, trying to push me to study this subject. It's just myself because I love languages. I love arts in general. And one of my passion is English language. So I want to continue and never stop studying about this language.
Okay, well, so now about city and village. Where do you live?
I'm currently living here in Ottawa. It's the capital city of Canada.
Why do people tend to live in city rather than village?
Well, for one thing, people would like to find a greener pasture, and I believe that cities have a lot of things to offer when it comes to career and different kinds of jobs. So that's one reason that people would choose to live in the city.
Which place would you like to live between village and the city?
It's hard to choose actually. I like the city life as long as it's not too congested. And the reason why I like the city life is because it's accessible to many places like good hospitals and malls and federal government offices. While in the village, it's kind of laid back, but also the thing is, I also like to live in the village, so I don't know. It's just hard to choose.
Okay, why people tend to live in city rather than village?
Why people? Can you repeat, please?
Tend.
Oh,
Or intend. Yeah.
tend to.
Tend to live in city rather than village.
Well, as I mentioned before, cities have got lots of things to offer, like career, good education, good universities are normally situated in the cities. So those are the factors that move people to live in the cities or in cities.
Okay, that's all from your part one.
Mm-hmm.
Now part two. I will give you a topic and you have to say at least 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes. Are you ready?
I'm up for it.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So, a city or a town that you visited last time, and you have to say where the city is located, why you choose this place, what type of things over there that really, what should I say? I mean,
Now you're just making up your questions.
No. Like they are asking me the same questions today, but I said like 3 or 4 times, so now I'm like confusion.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are the famous places over there, and why do you think if people should go for travel? And you have 1 minute to prepare yourself. If you wish, I can repeat the questions again.
Oh, I'll just answer right away. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you
Go
can
on.
time me for 2 minutes and you
Yeah.
can start
Yeah,
now.
go on.
Okay, the city that I last visited, and I think that was shortly before the outbreak of the pandemic, is Toronto. It's a city that is located 4-hour drive from where I live right now. And it's congested, but I went there because of a good restaurant that I really love. It's a restaurant that's called Sushi Can. And in this restaurant, you will find a variety of seafood and seafood cuisine. And my favorite there is their sushi, of course. It's Sushi Can from the name Sushi Can. And I went there with my family and we had really a good time. Actually, that was recommended by my daughter. She said that you must try this, mom, because it's really popular and it's really good and the ambience is excellent. So we went there, and this city also, Toronto, has got a hotel. It's a five-star hotel that's called Lord Elgin, and super, yeah, it's beyond imagination. You will get a lot of beautiful amenities in this hotel. They have a swimming pool, and also there is in the swimming pool, and the other side of the swimming pool has got a sauna, and there is a jacuzzi, and in one room, for example, in one suite, there is even a jacuzzi inside your room. So I think it's a pretty high-end kind of hotel. So this is the hotel that this city is very proud of, and many tourists and visitors have come over the years to visit this place and stay in this hotel. And another thing in this city that I find, I'm kind of repeating the word city.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay. And now, part 3,
Mm,
and it's about farmland.
okay.
Have you ever visited any farmland?
Yes, I have many times in the past. Of course, again, it's before the outbreak of the pandemic, because we have a cottage, which is 45-minute drive from the city, and that's one of our happy places that we go to as a family, to go there and just experience the cool air and sea breeze while you are trying to avoid the city life.
Okay. How the farmer cultivated your country?
How the farmer what?
How the farmer cultivated of your country?
How the farmer cultivated? Well, it depends. There are two groups of farmers.
Yeah.
Farmers that are cultivating their land for personal consumption, and there are also farmers that are cultivating their land for commercial consumption. So for farmers who just cultivate their land for their own use, so that they can harvest their own product, normally they just cultivate their land in an organic way. They don't use pesticides, or they don't use any chemicals to fertilize the soil, while the other kind of farmers, they do that.
Okay. Does the farmer of your country cultivated in a traditional way, or they use technology?
You are breaking up, Tanvir. Sometimes your voice, I can't hear one word, and so it's hard to really
Okay.
design my
Hello?
answer. Okay.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Yeah, sometimes okay, but when you speak, sometimes one word is missing because.
Okay, maybe due to the connection, maybe poor connection. Okay, so does the farmer use traditional farming method, or they use technology?
Okay, when in my village, a small village in a big city, or close to a big city, farmers there, they just use primitive way of farming, and they don't use technology. They just use people to plant their crops. They just hire workers and not using machines or any farming equipment.
Okay. Would you like to live in a farmland?
Yes, I do. I would really I will make any plan to have a farm so that I can live in that farm. Although I'm not intending to really live there, like every day of my life. Like I said, I always love the city life too, but it's good to have a place where we can go when we are kind of tired about the city life, the busy life in the city.
Okay, that's all from part 3 questions. And that's the end of the exam.
Okay, thank you very much. Ooh.
Thank you so much, Tanvir. So, Madam Rita, we have, Sultan, I think he is left now. So, we have Ryan Ahmed left in that column, right?
There is Raiyan, Raiyan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so will you mind be the examiner for Mr. Ahmed, please, madam?
Okay, I will do that. So, Raiyan, let
Yes,
me
ma'am.
just.
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good too.
Is it a
Thank you
good
for
time
asking.
for you? Is this a good time for you where you live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What time is it in your location?
It's 11:50 p.m.
Oh, it's a little bit late, but it's still okay. Okay,
Yes,
so
because I have to stay at my job till late night, so this is the time which most of the time I'm free.
okay, good for you. All right, so we're gonna start now with the questions. I'll start with you. I'll start part 1, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll start. Okay, this is the speaking part of your IELTS test. My name is Rita. I'll be your examiner for the speaking portion of your test. Please note that our conversation is recorded for grading purposes. Okay, can you tell me your name, please?
My full name is Raiyan Ahmed. You can call me Raiyan.
Thank you, Ryan. So please hand me your identification.
Yes, ma'am. Here it is.
Okay, let me check. All right, picture, information, that's all good. So we're going to begin part 1 now. Let me start by asking you, do you study or do you work?
I used to be a student, but currently I'm a service holder.
Okay, so can you tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in?
Well, I live in a big house and it's a 3-story building. I live in the second floor and I live with my family and I have been living with my family as always.
Okay, so how long have you lived there?
I was born in that area and since from my childhood I have been living there as I'm a local people in that specific area.
Okay, excellent. So what do you like about the place you live in right now?
Okay, there are several things which I like the most, but specifically I like the university in my area, which is big and like well-known university. Apart from that, there is a big shopping mall which is known as Jamuna Future Park, and it is one of the biggest shopping mall in Southeast Asia.
Wow. Okay, so let's go to another topic, and this topic is about art. Are you good at art?
Actually, in my childhood, I tried to art some different pictures, and I tried to use my imagination, draw arts. But when I grew up, I understand that it's not my cup of tea, so I left that.
Okay, so did you learn art at school when you were a child?
Yes, I learned the arts from my school, and from class 1 to 5, I learned from my tutors. But
I have an extra tutor who taught me how to art.
Okay, so although you mentioned that art is not your cup of tea, do you have a kind of art that you like?
Well, I like the picture of Mona Lisa. So I think it's very popular picture, and there is a painter whose name is Pablo Picasso, who is very famous for his beautiful portrait. But I can't recall all of the name. But yes, definitely there are several pictures, and I have mentioned the picture of Mona Lisa. So apart from that, I don't like the picture very much.
Okay, have you ever been to an art gallery?
Well, I visited an art gallery, a couple of years ago, but I was I was very tired and felt bored, so that's why I had to leave that art gallery.
Okay, so that's the end of your part one. Thank you. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I want you to talk about it for 2 minutes. So this is your part two, speaking part two. Before you talk, I'll give you 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. Regarding the topic, I'll give you a pen and paper so that you can write an outline for to help you what you're going to say. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right, so your topic is for part two, describe a TV documentary you watched that was particularly interesting. You should say what the documentary was about, why you, I can't see, why you decided to watch it, what you learned during the documentary, and lastly explain why the TV documentary was particularly interesting. Do you get them all or do you want me to post it on our group
No,
chat?
I'm okay with that.
Okay,
So, so can I start now?
sure.
Okay. So, although I have watched many documentary in my life, but today I'm going to talk about a special TV documentary which I saw recently, and the name of the documentary was uh, Life with Bear Grylls, and the name of the host is Bear Grylls, and every week I try to watch this documentary because it's a fortnightly, not a fortnightly, weekly show. So whenever he cast the show, he always have a guest, and most of the time he participate in that show in jungle and how to survive in that area, and how eat the weird foods like fishes, raw fishes and meats. So whenever I saw this show, and I felt goosebumps because I really don't know how they do or how they act, and most of the people like this show because of his weird behavior, and so many celebrities come to participate this show. So I like that show very much, and it's a very knowledgeable show because if you watch this show, then you will be able to know how to survive in jungle area or any detrimental area. So that's why I like this show, and I think I have learned so much from this show, and how to react positively when you have weird situation, like how to prepare homes or shelter if you don't have any resources. So, and how to prepare boats. So this is the show which I like most, and I would like to
Okay, your
learn
time is
this.
up. Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much. You did well. So your follow-up questions for your part three, different types of TV programs. So first question, some people think children should only watch educational programs on TV. Do you agree?
Um, actually, children should watch educational documentary, but sometimes they might feel bored. So if they watch cartoons, they can also learn something new. And even there are several advertisements which can be beneficial for students because, for example, when we see toothpaste advertisement, they will know they need to brush twice in a day to keep their teeth healthy. So actually they can learn from different things, not to, and they shouldn't always focus on watching educational programs.
Excellent. Do you think there is too much violence on TV nowadays?
Yes, I think so because whenever we turn on the TVs, we watch political news or crime-related scenarios, and most of the time we like to watch those because we are fascinated by them, and eventually, when children around with us, they cope up with these types of series. So I think this harms a lot.
Okay. And your next question, do old people like the same kinds of TV programs as young people in your country?
I don't think so because in our country, most of the old people try to watch news channels and they try to watch different type of TV serials, especially the social TV series or family drama. So I don't think they usually watch these types of violence shows.
Okay, last questions for part 3. Do you think people will still get the news from TV in the future?
Actually, it depends on the age. For example, adult people like to watch news or read news through websites or on their mobile phones. But most of the old people can't operate computers or mobile phones, so that's why they have to rely on TV channels and television. So it depends on the age.
Okay, excellent. So that's the end of your speaking test and you did well, so congratulations.
Thank you, Em. Thanks for your valuable time.
Okay, Dave, back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and Raiyan Ahmed and Rita Aura Miles. Yeah, that's great.
Why do you have to mention my other name?
Well,
So anyone want to participate? I can ask question. I have a huge collection of part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Okay, now Dave, it's your cup of tea. Oh, I just want to mention too, sorry. I just want to mention too, because Dave is kind of proposing about the writing session. So what, and you told me, Dave, that you're going to take care of the speaking session. So I'm thinking, because I normally host 2 times a week for speaking. And maybe I can use that for writing session instead. What do you think?
I think, ma'am, that will be more appropriate, and by this way we can able to help people more because your speaking session is already established and running smoothly. I mean, Art is here, I am also over here, so we can manage, And you are the experienced one, and I know you are very good with your writing as well. So, I mean, I know it's going to take some time for you as well. Initially, it is going to, you will feel awkward about it because till now we are only doing the speaking sessions. But if you can do that, these 2 sessions once in a week,
that will be very commendable and what we call it, very helpful. Otherwise, we are all are doing speaking at the moment. And to be honest, I always want to give the sessions about writing, but if I'm not the expert, how can I give advice to someone else? I mean, that's the point over here. And you are the experienced one. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked the same questions to Aarti as well. I think you can sort it out. That will be, I will be obliged, what we call it, grateful.
Okay, so yeah, we will do that. And maybe even before Monday, we can just have a tryout, uh, so that we can figure out how to go about it with the writing session. Okay, so before Monday, you can set a time where we can start with the writing session. And this I can only give 40 minutes to 1 hour for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I think for writing, that will be sufficient time. And what we need to know what we are going to discuss in that one, because I know you know so many things, but I want to know how we will structure and what we will talk about. Let's say one day we can talk about connectors, one day we can talk about like how to structure it and what kind of essays will be there, and I think we should record it and post on YouTube, by which we can listen that one again and again until we are not perfect in that one.
Okay, so you wanna use my YouTube? Is that what you are saying? And you don't even you never subscribe to my channel. Why is
Well, I
that?
don't know. I mean, I don't know you do have channel, but I always want
You
to
don't know. You don't know I have a channel, but you know that I'll post it on YouTube. How is
I
that?
know that when I listen to your recording, and I even watch the videos you post on Facebook. So they are on the YouTube, but you post this on Facebook. So I watch them on Facebook page. That's what I do.
Okay, I'm just trying to tease you, Dave. Okay, so Raiyan,
Yes.
you are caught up with this conversation that I don't
No,
think
it's
you
okay.
have any clue. Yeah, so we have 5 minutes left. So Dave, Raiyan is offering to ask questions. So I think it's your turn to answer those
Well,
questions.
Well, I think, Ryan, I really appreciate that one, but Rita, madam, I think it is very important, writing factor, because you know that I have already done writing, the speaking test today. So I think, but writing is something I really want to discuss because this is my area of concern. I hope you don't mind, Ryan.
No, it's okay. Are you preparing for your academic test or GT? GT. Okay. So I took my test on Wednesday, and I found my speaking test was very difficult, and I think I have to sit for my IELTS exam again.
Oh no! Don't say that. Maybe you got the score that you never expect.
Actually, my fluency was okay, but I got some weird questions. Like in part one, the tutor asked almost more than 8 to 10 questions, and it was like about my tutor asked me which color you don't like. So for instance, I answered that I don't like white color. After that, my tutor asked me again that why you don't like white color. So I was puzzled that time, and I answered them because in our culture or tradition, when people die, the body
It's
was
wrapped with
body
a white cloth.
wrapping by white clothes. So that's why I don't like white color. And my part 2 was about regarding the subject you are interested in. Like something mean you aren't interested at first, but gradually you are interested in, and the subject was about like physics, chemistry, or medicine. So I
Oh.
found difficulty on that situation.
So
However,
the
I
examiner
tried
gave
my
you
best.
what subjects like medicine,
Uh,
physics, chemistry?
like the cue card was about describe a subject which you are most interested in, and the specific subjects was about either physics or chemistry. In addition, medicine. You can describe in your. Okay, so I found difficulty because there are several subjects which we don't like, or we don't have any interest, and we don't know much about it. So I found weird cue card, and to my utter surprise, one of the student, I met him after the exam, and he told me that his cue card was about visiting a place. So I was
Yeah.
having a bad luck that time.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
part 3 question was about regarding all scientific research related questions.
Oh
So
no.
do you do you think that scientific research will change, and how will develop technology, how will develop like this sort of questions. So
Yeah.
I was disappointed because of my part 2 question. So that's why I couldn't perform well.
Oh.
And I think, but my fluency was okay. And if I have to evaluate my fluency, then I can give 8 or 9 out of 10. Okay. And I was fluent, and my pronunciation was good, and I had no complaint about it. So my concern was about I couldn't use any idioms. Okay. And in addition, I think that I couldn't use more complex sentences. That's why I'm not satisfied with my test.
Well, it's
But I
not
was
really.
talking for 2 minutes.
You can get a high band score even without using idioms, without using complex sentences, as long as you make sense when as long as your fluency and your coherence is right, like with the smooth flow. So don't worry about not using idioms. It's not like it's really the requirement to get a
Yes,
higher
because
score.
actually my part 2 question really demotivated me. At that time, when my tutor gave me 1 minute to prepare for the question, so I couldn't generate any idea about like physics or chemistry or medicine. So I think that I wrote only 2 or 3 words, nothing else.
Oh boy, I don't know. It would be, yeah, if I was asked those questions, I would really freak out, and I don't know, same thing. All right, guys, it's done. So, Zoom is finished. So now let's just finish YouTube. Bye, guys. See you again next time.